everyone, welcome to my channel. In this tutorial I will teach you how to crochet this gorgeous fashion OREO bag. We will need around 150 meters of 79mm t-shirt yarn. I use my favorite high quality Bobilon T-shirt yarn brand. And for this bag I've chosen smoky color, but they also have dozens of other beautiful colors. So if you want to try it, I will leave the links where you can buy it in the description to the video right down below. You can also get 10% discount if you use my promo code. So for the bag you will also need a 7mm hook, 2 ring carabiners, a strap, a metal backlock, a needle with a big eye, 2 stitch markers, and scissors. The bases of the bag are 2 identical circles. If you don't know how to crochet circles, here's my video how to crochet a perfect circle, where I explain it very slowly and in detail. For the back you need to crochet 6 rows in your circles. And after that come back to this video and we'll continue crocheting the back. Also, I advise you to do the wet heat treatment for the circles to make their shape look better and flatter. Here's the video where you can see how I do it. And after that, come back to this video and we'll continue crocheting the back. So now you have 2 circles, the same as mine, and it's time to crochet kind of the walls of the back between the circles. We will hold one circle with the front side towards us, and another circle with the wrong side towards us. Every time we will insert the hook under these V-stitches along the edge of our circles. So take one circle, insert the hook under one of those V-stitches, hook the yarn, and take a loop. Now we are going to make 14 chain stitches. For that, hook the yarn and push it through the loop on the hook. We've made the first chain stitch. Repeat, hook the yarn and push it through the loop on the hook. And 12 more times. Now we have 14 chain stitches. Take another circle the way I told you, with the wrong side towards us. Choose any V-stitch on it. Insert the hook under it from the top. Hook the yarn, take a loop, and push this loop through this one. Chain 1, now we will insert the hook into these chain stitches. Into the first 2 chain stitches we make slip stitches. For that, we insert the hook into the chain stitch, hook the yarn, take a loop, and push this loop through this one. And the second slip stitch the same way. Then we make 10 single crochet stitches into the next 10 chain stitches. And 2 chain stitches left. We make again 2 slip stitches into them. We have finished the first row and now we need to join it to the circle. For that, we make a slip stitch into the next V-stitch on the circle. Turn your crochet and we will start crocheting the second row in the opposite direction. First we make chain 1, Now in this row and in every next rows, we will repeat the same stitches. 2 slip stitches, 10 single crochet and 2 slip stitches. But from now we will insert the hook only under the back loops of these V stitches. For example, this is the first V stitch and this is its back loop. So like I said, we start from 2 slip stitches. Then we make 10 single crochet stitches. And into the last 2 V stitches we make 2 slip stitches. We have finished the second row and now we are joining it to the circle. We insert the hook under the next V stitch on the circle from the top . Hook the yarn and take a loop . And push this loop through this one. To start the third row, turn your crochet and make chain 1. Now it's very important to see the first stitch of the row, because this V stitch is not the first stitch of the row. It's a stitch that we've got when we join the second row to the circle. Therefore, we skip it and start crocheting the next row from the next V stitch. And we make all the same stitches: 2 slip stitches, 10 single crochet and 2 slip stitches. Join the third row to the circle the same as before, making a slip stitch into the next V-stitch on the circle. Turn your crochet and make chain 1. Now let's get rid of this yarn tip on the back side of the circle. I will use a needle with a big eye for that. Just push the needle with the tip under the stitches on the circle in any way and in any direction you like. And cut the rest of the tip. So we've crocheted 3 rows together, and now crochet 53 more rows the same way by yourself. After you crochet the last row, join it to the circle with a slip stitch, as always. Now leave a little tip and cut the yarn. Bring the tip to the back side like this. And hide it under the stitches on the circle. I will use a needle with a big eye for that. Just push the needle under the stitches hiding the tip, and then cut the rest of the tip. So the back body is ready, and now we're going to crochet a flap. The future flap will have a shape of half an oval, so one of its sides will be round and another one straight. Make 11 chain stitches. On the back side of the chain, you can see such loops, where we will insert the hook and make single crochet stitches. So insert the hook into the first loop, hook the yarn and take a loop, hook the yarn and push it through the loop on the hook. And now make 8 more single crochet stitches the same way. Into the last loop, we make 3 single crochet stitches. Here will be the round part of the flap, so we are going to crochet the same way, following the same rules as when we crochet a round part in the oval. By the way, you can check my video about how to crochet an oval. Maybe I explained it there a bit different and you'll find it more understandable. We make 3 single crochet into the same loop. First single crochet, the second one into the same loop, and the third one into the same loop. Let's place stitch markers on the first and the third single crochet. Which will mark the beginning and the end of the round part of the flap. And this part we crochet the same way as that one, inserting the hook into the same stitches and making 1 single crochet into each one. So we are getting single crochet in front of single crochet. We have finished the first row of the flap. It contains the round part where we have 3 stitches and the unchanging part where we have 9 stitches here and 9 stitches here. Chain 1 and turn over. We start the second row. So in every row we make 9 stitches in the unchanging part of the flap. And the round part we crochet the same way as in the oval. So 9 single crochet stitches. We've come to the round part, and in this row, in the round part, we will make increases into every stitch of the previous row. An increase means that we make 2 single crochet into 1 stitch of the previous row. One single crochet, and the second one into the same stitch. We've made the first increase. Now next increase into the next stitch. 2 single crochet into 1. And 2 single crochet into the next stitch. We have finished the round part. And now again 9 stitches in the unchanging part as always. We have finished the second row. In the second row we have 9 stitches, 6 stitches in the round part and 9 stitches. Chain 1 and turn over. The third row, 9 stitches, we've come to the round part, and in this row in the round part we make increases into every second stitch. So we make 1 single crochet, and into the next stitch an increase. Again 1 single crochet, and into the next stitch an increase. Continue to the end of the round part. And now 9 stitches in the unchanging part of the flap. We have finished the third row. In the third row we have 9 stitches, 9 stitches in the round part and 9 stitches. Chain 1 and turn over. In the fourth row, in the round parts, we make increases into every third stitch. So we make 2 single crochet, and into the next stitch an increase. One, an increase. In this row we've got 9 stitches, 12 stitches in the round part and 9 stitches. Chain 1 and turn over. In the 5th row in the round part we make increases into every 4th stitch. So we make 3 single crochet, and into the next stitch and increase. One, 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 and increase. In the 5th row we've got 9 stitches, 15 stitches in the round part and 9 stitches. Chain 1 and turn over. In the 6th row, in the round part, we make increases into every 5th stitch. So we make 4 single crochet, and into the next stitch and increase. One, 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 and increase. And in this row we've got 9 stitches, 18 stitches in the round part and 9 stitches. This was the last row of the flap. Now we're gonna make this straight side of the flap neater with crochet and single crochet stitches along it. Just insert the hook into these holes between the rows and make normal single crochet stitches. In the end, to make the final stitch, leave a little tip of the yarn and cut it. Pull out the tip. Now I'm gonna use a needle with a big eye, but you can also use your hook. I'm pushing the tip under the next V-stitch. And then bring it back into the same stitch where it comes from. Hide the rest of the tip under the stitches of the flap. Before sewing your flap to the back, I advise you to do the wet heat treatment to it to make its shape perfectly flat. If you've got here a little hole, use this tip to tighten it. For that, take a needle with a big eye and push the tip under the stitches around the hole. And then cut the rest of it. First, decide which side of your bag will be the front side. You can see a slight difference between them, but it's totally up to you which one you want to see from the front. Then we attach the flap to the back side of the bag like this. Make sure that your flap is in the right position in the middle of the bag, and place some stitch markers to fix the flap in its position before sewing it to the bag, so it wouldn't move. For sewing the flap to the bag, I will use a needle with a big eye. Take a piece of the yarn around 80 cm length. We start from the left. Insert the needle with the yarn from inside the bag into the first stitch like this. Then we insert the needle into the next stitch. From the back side, insert the needle into the same loop where we inserted it the first time. But don't pull the yarn all the way out this time. When you have a small loop left, push this tip of the yarn through this loop twice, like this. And then pull the thread of the yarn to tighten the loop. Now we skip the next stitch and insert the needle into the next one, the third one. From the back side, go into the second stitch, the one we've just skipped, so we are like making a step back. Make sure that the needle comes out below this stitch. Then again we skip the next stitch and go into the next one. From the back side we make one step back again, inserting the needle into the skipped stitch. Continue to the end of the row. When you come to the end, your yarn thread must be inside the bag. Push it under the previous stitch, but not to the end. Now we've got this loop. Push the yarn into the loop and pull it to tighten the loop. Hide the rest of the yarn under the stitches as always and cut the rest of it. We have finished crocheting the bag, and now we only need to add all the fittings. First, a metal lock. If you don't know how to do it, I made a video about how to add this type of metal lock to bags made with t-shirt yarn with some useful tips for beginners, so you can find the link here in the corner or in the description right down below. You can also use it for other types of bags and other materials, for example polyester cord. And now we only need to put ring carabiners and a strap to our bag. Our bag is ready. If you have any questions, feel free to write them in comments or ask me directly on Instagram or by mail. If you like the tutorial, please leave your thumbs up, subscribe and click on the bell to be the first to know about new videos on my channel. Thank you for watching. See you!